So, I sent you a picture this morning. What do you think about that one?
I loved it. And what we're gonna do, we will actually post it.
Yeah.
Because those are my favorite pictures ever.
Mine too.
Yeah. Should we tell them like what is it about? Or
Yeah,
well,
it's right here.
It's right here, but
yeah. But I've been actually looking for it for quite a while, and then it popped up in my head this morning, like, I believe it's there, and I need to send it to you because we're kind of taking the piss out of, you know the little lady called Gertrude who needs to like, Stephen, could you take a
picture of me next to this lovely bush of flowers? Because no, just to explain for people listening on Spotify, she sent me. I mean, before we were already talking about those amazing pictures that we love, and then I was forced to do pictures like that when I was a small child.
I think we've all been there.
Yes, and we are talking about pictures where you are basically sitting next to the bush or next to smelling the beautiful flower, or I don't know, like a bouquet of flowers, and then people, especially older ladies. Sorry, there was a thin ice there.
Yeah, well, they are overrepresented in this case.
Yes, they are. Like, I just find them amazing. And Eleonor happened to send me one this morning. How old were you on that picture?
Oh, I think I read the comments on that one, and I believe it was like 12 or 13 years ago.
It was popular back then.
No, but the thing is, the reason why I took the picture was I was taking the piss out of people doing that.
Really?
Yes.
It looked very realistic. It looked like you really wanted to do.
No, I was taking the piss out of that even back then. Yeah.
We totally have to do something like that.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a kid, and then my grandparents, they had a beautiful bush of petunia.
Yes.
Or I don't know if it's a bush.
Petunia. No,
I don't know, but it was like petunia.
Well, probably you're from further down south in Europe than I am, so it's probably a bush down there. Here, it's something you have in a pot in a window.
Right.
Yeah.
So then, and I remember that my granddad, he told us we have, I've got sister and I've got two cousins as well, and we were like hanging out all the time, all four of us.
Yeah.
And then we had to take turns, and then he would want to take a picture of every single one of us next to the bush. And we were like, yeah, sure. And he was like, just go up next to the bush and then just like smell the flowers, so that we do have. I mean, those pictures, we are really, really young.
Yeah.
Like 6, 7. So I don't have those pictures.
Yes.
It was on the what's it called? The camera.
Yeah.
It was the camera where you have to look through the window and then you have to wait a long time until they come out.
Yeah, you develop the film, yeah.
Yes, you have the film, and then you have to give it to someone, and then they basically, after like 1 week, they will send you those actual pictures.
No, you can go into the 1 hour Photoshop where you get it developed in 1 hour.
It costs a lot of money if you want it in 1 hour.
No, not in the later years before with the digital cameras came. Like in the later years, it was like everyone had 1 hour photos, and it wasn't that bad. But imagine all the photographs that all those services have seen, and I mean, I'm kind of creeped out by the fact that how many of those are saved behind.
I don't think they are, but I was always thinking like there are so many. Do you think?
There are creeps everywhere.
Yeah, true.
But I was just thinking about that. You remember how when someone turned 50 and they got all the flowers, and then they had to sit and pose with all the flowers around them.
Love that. And then like seeing all the do you remember the picture you took of me last year? Maybe I will have it if I have it, so then you can see maybe now.
Because you did, and we were taking a piss out of that too.
Exactly. But I was like, I am in that age now that I'm like, oh my god, look at those flowers. Because I was just to keep you in the loop. We went to Valdres to like the garden, like a huge garden area that you can pick flowers that you want.
Yeah.
And I love flowers, all right?
Like a nursery. You went to a nursery, no?
Yeah. Like those tiny, like it was a lot of flowers, and then
the flower store.
The flower store, and then you took the pictures of me, and you were making fun of me.
That was in Hallmark.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah. Oh, that's where I bought the nice hat.
Yes. You were wearing everything. Everything. So, can we just say like, make flower pictures great again? Like,
yes,
on a roll.
Like we're gonna start
making a thing.
We're gonna be the ones now being like.
It's our mission.
That's our mission, to like bring them back to life, because let's normalize that.
Just corny pictures. Come on, people.
Yeah.
Because people are so Instagrammed now, and everyone is like, oh, they're having some, like, their friends are professional photographers, because everyone knows how to take a good picture these days, except me. But
You do.
well,
You do.
well, you're better, you're younger. I still do some of the old person type of selfies, but it's okay. Like,
Taking
not
taking
these
the selfie
ones, though.
with that one finger.
Yes, the Karen finger.
The Karen finger. Speaking of Karens, it reminds me where you had my phone the other day, and then you were like looking through something, and then I was like, oh, take a screenshot of that. Jesus, you should have seen her. And then she basically took one finger, and then the other finger, she was like, which one do I press? And then she made the Karen screenshot. Bloop. Loving it.
I did a Karen.
Yes. Totally. No, so those pictures, love it.
Yeah.
I would like to bring them back to life.
Yes, that and corny as posing in a weird, like, stiff way in front of like a something that like a tourist view. I can't find the word for it now. Like a site.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a tourist site where the parents are standing next to each other.
You're standing in front of the Colosseum and like that.
Or when the parents are on the holiday and then there's like a park and like little runabout in the park full of flowers, and there is that one bench.
Yes, that one bench.
You have to sit on the bench, and the perfect, like on top of that, when you're sitting on the bench, and then one of the flower goes like to your face, so then you are not just being surrounded by those flowers.
Yes.
You also get to smell one.
Yes. Oh, and also when you do that, but it's a candid one, so it's like, I mean, you get my drift, yeah. Where it's like, let's not make it look like you're posing now, let's Barbara.
Like you don't.
Like make it look like it's natural.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's pretend like I'm not even here.
Yes. Come on, Birgitta. You know.
Brigitte.
Brigitte. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely awesome. Loving it. This is going to be our new mission.
Make flowers great again.
Absolutely. And those smelling. Like, normalize smelling flowers and taking picture while you're smelling it, because you probably want to remember when you see the picture. Like, oh, that flower smelled so good.
Yes, and you kind of want to tell Gertrude about that when you show her the pictures after your vacation.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Absolutely. So then that's what we're going to do. And also, that brings me, that brings me to... I'm not gonna lie, we have a little bullet points here, because then we are forgetful, okay?
Yeah.
Skydive.
Skydive. Yeah, because the flowers brings us to spring, and
skydiving, you see all the fields.
Yeah, you see the flowers from above. And if it goes wrong, then you see the flowers from underneath.
That we don't want that.
No, but I mean, me and our friend Pablo, we went last year. Actually, it was a lifelong dream to do for both of us, anyways. And you really did not want to come
because I'm afraid of heights.
Yes,
huge, like really, really.
Yeah, afraid. But you saw the video though; it was good.
I saw the video, and then I was like, okay, based on their video, I'm gonna go.
We were super excited. It was so much fun, and I mean the endorphin high that we were on afterwards, it lasted for hours. Seriously. I mean,
I can imagine.
It was great. So you're coming this year.
I would like to go.
Yes.
Even though I'm shitting myself still, but it looked really fun. So just tell us, like, where did you go? What did you do? How did it go?
Well, we went to Voss, which is it's a popular skydive location or extreme sport location in Norway, actually, just because they have mountain biking going like downhill and the tall mountains, because they have this gondola going up to the peak, so you can bring your bike and then just go down.
Yeah.
And then they have the skydiving, they have the paragliding, they have like lots of bungee jumping. I think they do too. Correct me if I'm wrong, but lots of extreme sports in Voss. And so we went to the skydiving club, Voss Skydive, I think it was called.
Bungee,
great people, I just have to say. We loved it. Top notch.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, based on how happy we were with it last year, we're thinking maybe we're going back, but also we were discussing that we wanted to try different locations in Norway to do it. Like, so maybe next time we're going somewhere else. Just try it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I don't know, but we'll figure it out. But you are coming though.
I am coming, and I want to come.
Yeah.
And I'm convincing myself I am coming.
You're working on
But
that, yeah.
yeah, but
cool.
weren't you afraid? Like how did you feel? How did it go? Like, so that you arrived.
It was just we arrived, and it was.
And then
for not 1 second was I actually afraid. It was just I was just super excited the entire time. We were sitting there and we were waiting, and then when they called our names, I was like,
But they gave you some introduction before, yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to go through like something like what to expect, what to do, what not
and
to
how
do.
to like obviously you need to listen to the leader. The tandem because we went tandem obviously. So yeah, we need to listen to that, and how to position yourself and what to do and what not to do. Like don't pull anything, and yeah, but it was a really 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 quick run through. And then it was like, okay, cool. So we're just going to the plane then. And then that was it. I was like, that's it. And then we went up. I was smiling with a banana in my face, they usually say, where it's like from ear to ear. And super excited. We had the best conditions. We were having beautiful sunny day, no wind, and just a few clouds. So even the guys who were on the plane, they were excited because they're like, oh my God, we almost never jump through clouds like that.
Oh.
They said, I don't know if they said it just for us, I don't know, but I mean, I believe them because they were like, wow, this is fun even for us now. Like, well, it's always fun, but they were excited, and it was so nice because they were like, you get everything today, like you get the whole pack now. Cool. So that was really really good. And
I'm just getting. I have the nervous feeling now just because I'm trying to put myself into the shoes.
Yeah.
And I'm just getting a little bit like nervous now.
Yeah. Because I remember sitting in the plane, looking at the window, and I was thinking, I can't believe it went so fast from parking the car, paying the fee, and then waiting for them to call your name, and then before you even know it, you're already up in the plane, like boof, like that fast. And then it's like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna jump now then. And oh my God, so much fun. And I mean, obviously, things can go wrong, but that was never in my, like, I felt safe. I felt safe. So yeah.
Did you have a nice instructor since you were skydiving?
Well, what
so you were doing a tandem.
Yes. I mean, mine wasn't too shabby at all. Like, yeah, I'd go back there just for that, but what are the chances that I, get the same one? But no.
Well, you could request. You could be like, hey, can I get the same dude?
Yeah. No, he was.
His name was Thomas.
I don't remember now, but he was a good dude. Good dude. Very tall. Yeah, very very tall. So thank goodness I didn't have to walk with him attached, because then I would have been like, oh yeah, I can't reach the. He was like 2 meters tall.
So then they like basically zip you together or like tie you up together when you are sitting on the plane already. Yeah?
Yes, because you're sitting on a bench, kind of like on the bus, and you're sitting just like crossing your legs over the bench.
Yeah.
And then he's like, okay, well, scooch in as far as you can, and then just I'll attach you. And then you sat there, and he just kept, like, I'm looking out the window, and he's just doing his thing. Like, I'm like, okay, lift your arms, do this, do that, sit there. And then you have a guy coming with you, filming you, interviewing you.
Yeah.
And he was also super nice, and he did a good job editing the video. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, because I don't know if your profile on your personal Instagram is open or not, because mine isn't. So maybe if you have it, so then we can actually post it on Monelli Talks Instagram so you can see the jump.
I can share it on Monelli Talks Instagram.
Yes, because I really enjoyed it. It was really, really nice.
Yeah.
But I had my vision in my head now, like asking about like how they tie you up and stuff, like if they do it on the ground already, so then you're just walking like that together. But probably, obviously not.
Like not touching the ground because he was so tall.
He would just carry you like a baby.
Yeah, I'm a bit heavy.
No, you're not.
Yeah, well, no. But he's, anyhow, yeah. So that's going to happen to you. Yeah, and don't think about, like, scary situations. You shouldn't think about, like, what could happen, because just be excited about the jump itself, like.
Right. I don't know. It looks amazing, and I'm really jealous of people doing it, because one of my friends, long time ago, long, many 10 years ago, she did that, and I was the one on the ground just videoing her. Yeah. Obviously, when I could, because she was like this tiny, just like a little piece.
Yeah.
So then, and she really enjoyed it as well. Yeah. And then back then, I was like, wow, that looks so good though, and she got it as a present. Yeah. I don't know. So I didn't jump.
Yeah.
I was just being there with her. But the only thing that I found out not so long ago from my sister, that our cousin, she also did a skydive jump.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It didn't go well?
Well, I mean, she's alive and everything.
Okay.
Yeah, just not to scare you. But there is just one thing, because she's in the army.
Yeah.
And she was...
they get to jump all the time.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Because then she wanted to go jumping. I think she paid for that one, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't talk to her about it. My sister told me. But she did the one that you can jump by yourself.
Yeah.
So, and then you can gift it to someone as well. And she signed up for that. Then apparently it was like 3 days, like a crash course, really, like something really quick.
Yeah.
That you have to go through some, like, obviously the introduction. You have to remember everything.
Yeah.
Then you have to write a test as well. So then you remember everything in case this and this and this happen.
Yeah.
And then, sorry. And then she went up. She had a walkie-talkie with them on the ground.
Yeah.
So in case something happens or whatever, so they can guide her.
Yeah. Oh, it was connected to like the...
It was connected. So,
yes.
So then she could communicate all the time with them.
Yeah.
Oh, either people on the plane or ground or both. I don't know.
Okay, but well, that feels safe.
She was, yes.
Yeah.
And she jumped, and her parachute did not open.
Oh! No.
And then obviously they saw that, or she told them, I don't know. And then they told her, you have to cut yourself out, and then you have the little emergency one. And she had to do that. So then she had, like, it was the very first time she was jumping, and then she had to do that, and then she had to do the emergency parachute.
Hell.
She managed, she landed, and they told her, you have to go up now and you have to jump right now, because if you're not going to do it now, you will block yourself and you will never jump. And again, she's in the army and she needs to do it.
Yeah.
So then she had to go, she landed, they gave her another parachute, and she had to, they sent her straight up and she had to jump again. And the funny thing is, no, not funny, haha, but like funny thing is that she said, like, when they were doing those tests, like, as you remember everything, and there was the questions about what do you do in case the parachute doesn't open.
Yeah.
And then the guy just said, like, you can just basically just quickly read that through and skip it because it never happens.
No.
And obviously it happened to her. I would shit myself.
Oh, holy hell, yes. Well, thankfully they had the people in the ear, though.
Yes, but imagine, like, if you're really like a panic person, which I am, for example.
Yes.
And even if they tell you this, so then, like, people, when they panic, they forget.
They freeze.
They forget who they are. They freeze.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is that my sister, she told this story to everyone.
Yeah.
And she bought this as a gift to her boyfriend.
Oh, she wants to kill him.
And my cousin's father, aka my uncle, based on that story from her, he bought that for himself because he's like, wow, that's amazing. I really want to do it. Just because it happened. So people are different and people are weird.
Well, then again, I mean, it happened to her. So what are the odds of it happening to you? Because, I mean, the likelihood of it happening to somebody else so soon at the same place that you're doing it would be really, really low, I believe.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, obviously they're going to check everything like triple extra after that incident.
Yes. And it's still, and obviously they put it into investigation. Like, how is that even possible?
Yeah, why did it?
Yes, and they found out that the original parachute was not folded properly. Yes. That's why. And that's so then they were obviously running that through investigation, like who was responsible for that. Yeah. I don't know how that ended up. Yeah. I really don't know. Yeah. But like, this is something I would never do. I would rather do the tandem because you kind of trust those guys.
Yes, but the tandem was really, really nice though. It really was. But again, I mean, I didn't hate it at all.
But you know, again, like, since it's such a rare situation, so most likely the guys doing the tandem with you, maybe it never ever happened to them. And imagine if it happens to them with you, it could be their first time too, and they could shit themselves and panic.
Well, I mean, in order to be a tandem instructor, though, you'd have to have jumped like a lot. A lot. And I asked actually when we were going up, like how many times have you done this summer? Because it was at the end of the summer as well. Like, we had the very last week before they closed for the season. Yeah. And he's like, no, like, we're doing maybe like 12 jumps with people each day.
Mm-hmm. That's a lot.
That is a lot. Like, obviously, he wasn't jumping every single day.
Yeah, but, not the same
when
person.
You're jumping, you're doing basically that. Like, that's a lot of... Because once he was done with me, he was like, wham bam, thank you, ma'am. I'm going
Next.
back up again. You know, thank you. Next.
Yeah.
You know,
see ya.
I had fun. Now leave. But yeah, no, and yeah, I mean, and as much as I would love to jump all by myself, I wouldn't do it the very first, the very second, or the very 20th time. Like, no, 20. That's wrong. Because I kind of want to take the certificate though. Like, it would be really really fun. But there's no one close to where we live. We have perfect conditions to have a club like that here in Goul, where we live, up in the mountains. There's a paragliding club in the area, but
there is, right?
There
because
is.
I saw many paraglides
in
last
summer
year,
we
and
see them all the
I saw
time.
a few already.
Yeah,
when it was nice weather,
yeah.
obviously.
In summer we see them all the time, but not parachuting.
No.
And like from skydiving, like yeah. And I'd really want to do that. Like I'd like to have it here, because then I'd be a regular member.
But that one in Voss, is this the closest one we have from Goul?
Well, actually, no. You can go to Hamar. They have one there, and then they have in Oslo, and well, they're all around the place. But I really liked the Voss one, though. I really really liked it.
It looked really nice, though.
Yeah.
It looked really nice. So then we can promise that we just going to pin it on our profile so people can see, because it's actually very encouraging to people like me, for example, who is super duper afraid. And Pavel, how did he like that?
Oh my god. I mean, we were both euphoric, both of us. And you saw his video too, and
to be honest, I didn't see the whole thing, because he's such a shy guy, so you will never see him here, because we asked him many times to be here in the podcast with us. He said no.
Well, maybe in a few years.
And he didn't even post the one, the full on, as you did, because he was he talking on the camera as well?
I think he was talking on the camera, yeah, but yeah, he posted a short one.
Yes, but I don't think he posted the one with him.
No,
talking.
I posted the 3-minute one. I think he posted the 1-minute one. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, it was great. Highly recommend it. And I mean, and I didn't, because we were supposed to leave like a review online afterwards, which I now remember that we actually didn't do. I know, and I am so sorry, people, but I mean, I highly recommend it. They were amazing. Everyone there, the atmosphere there was great. You can actually spend the night there too, like.
Which you did.
No, we didn't stay.
You can, at that.
You can spend the night at the club.
Oh.
Yeah, like if you don't have accommodation somewhere. Like we rented a house far away. We thought it was close. It wasn't. But we had fun in that house too. Yeah. So, cool. But it was I recommend it. So skydiving, yes.
This is one of my to-do, like, as I was trying to say before, like bungee is something I would never do. Like, I'm sorry, I don't know how, but this is something that I don't know.
Bungee jumping?
Bungee jumping.
Somehow I'm afraid of the, like, not for it to break, but I'm afraid of, like, getting a whiplash when you kind of that.
And there's also, like, I know that there are incidents of everything. I know the accidents are there and the accident happens.
You don't want a crocodile to come and bite your head off.
For example, I was thinking about it so many times.
Oh,
like, what the fuck? And also there was one Czech, let's say, famous guy a million years ago who jumped, and they gave him the wrong, like, leash or the rope.
The
and, like,
too long one?
No, because he is kind of a heavy person. And they gave him the one for light people. So then he survived again. It's not like a...
But he hit the ground.
He hit his head to the ground. And I find it hilarious, those moments, but it's like, fuck, like, I really don't want to do it, you know? So, and I don't think they are jumping with the helmets on. Not like it would help. But...
No, but I don't think I've ever seen anyone jump with their helmet on.
And I think they should, though.
Yeah?
Because you never know.
No?
Or, when you see the jumps, when they jump, like, in between of the cliffs or the mountains, I'm like, what if the rope will swing and then you just fucking hit yourself to the mountain?
I think they calculated that, though.
Yes, but they also calculate like the weight of the person. Yeah. And they miscalculate that one too.
Oh, but have you seen the ones where they think they're doing a zip line and then they just drop?
Yes.
They're actually not aware of it being like the swing. They seriously believe it's a zip line. And so as they are released, they fall.
Jesus, but this is just that's like good for the heart attack. You can kill a person from the shock.
If you have a weak heart. Yeah, exactly.
And I know they have many of those in New Zealand. There's the chair
Queenstown,
one in Queenstown, and there's the chair one.
Yeah, but they have those in amusement parks too, where you sit in the chair and the bungee, and there's a whoosh. They have that one, the chair one. They have that in Wellington.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
but this is like, no, that doesn't attract me. I would not want to do one of those.
Oh, but I love the videos of people passing out though.
Well, I totally would. I would be one of those.
And then, wait!
No, when you were on the roller coaster.
Yeah.
Those are amazing. Or that was the one I saw the other day.
The one holding on for dear life?
No, the girl, she was going and she was like totally like, wow, having a good time. And then the bird came. Poof. And then the bird stayed like splashed over her face. And then she was like, and then she just took the bird away and she kept going. That was good. Loved it.
Oh,
Jesus.
I mean, I don't like to laugh at people's other misery, but you know,
I do.
I mean, that is just fun though.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, people. But yeah,
I like to laugh, but I'm very.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, no,
like,
but I'm, like
Oh,
when I see someone like on the video when they are like struggling and obviously they survive and everything is fine, I like to laugh about that.
Yeah.
But also I'm very good at
laughing at people when they fall.
That too, as long as I know they are fine. But also I'm very good at not seeing people's embarrassing moments, like because you know when you see like
when you're like pretending it's raining.
Exactly. I'm so good at it. Like when I see that something embarrassing happens, I'm so good at pretending like it's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Jesus, I don't have an example, but
no, but I know exactly what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, because some people they can like point it out.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, but I'm not good at one thing. There's actually one story that I don't know if I told you ever. Nothing to do with extreme sports or anything like that, but embarrassments, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Shoot, I was working in but when I was living in England. Yeah, not like it matters, but I was there and I was working in a restaurant and we had a table of like 15, 20 teenagers. Like already like 18, 19, 17, but like teens.
Uh-huh.
You know. And there was that one guy wearing a light blue shirt. I almost got fired for that one, by the way. Yeah.
Oh, no. I didn't. You ever told me this.
I almost, no?
Yeah, no.
And then I just came and I was like, so who would like to have a glass of tap water? And then the guy was like, me. Oh gosh. And then then he had the sweaty, like, but it was a circle, like huge, like hell.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, me, and then lift the hand, and I was like, and you know how I struggled with the sweatiness as well, and many people do. But I didn't read the room, or I don't know what I was thinking.
Uh-huh.
And then I was like, oh, in front of everyone. And I was like, oh, you've got a sweaty armpits. Me too. And I showed him mine because I was also sweating and I kind of thought I'm relatable. And then the guy, and then he just got like pale and then red at the same time. And then he just put the head down, the hand down.
No.
And then I just like poured a glass of water and I was just thinking like, oh, I was so funny and so like a customer service, you know, I thought it was okay.
Yeah.
And then he went to complain to my manager.
Yeah.
And
understandable.
Yeah, now I see it from the distance, but like then I didn't, and I didn't know that I did something wrong. I don't know what I was thinking. God. I was 20 years old.
Well, I have one of those insert foot in mouth moments actually, just to tip the scale so that you feel like you're not alone on that.
I feel like I am.
This is something that has been torturing me for years because it's the one time that I am fully aware of how extremely mean I was and I didn't mean to be.
You still have the flashbacks?
I still have the flashbacks.
Yeah,
this is like it's tormenting me. Like I wish I could meet the person today. I would not recognize the person at all.
Yeah.
But I wish I could meet the person today and apologize deeply because I never had the chance to.
Yeah.
But you know when it's like I just want a hole to open and I, you know, can fall into it. I was working in Veramoda in Dublin.
My favorite store.
Yay!
By the way.
On Grafton Street, by the way. It doesn't exist anymore, but it was there next to the record store. And I'm not sure it's there anymore either, but if there is, then you know where it is. Anyhow, and it was a fairly small store, but we had lots of staff, and we also had a security guard because on Grafton Street, you know, there's a lot of people stealing, you know. And so we had a security guard, Alan,
Alan the security guy.
Alan, he was so much fun. I loved him. We had so much fun together. Anyhow, so I was on fitting room duty, and I was talking to Alan, just taking the piss as we were doing, like we were having a good day and all. And then there was this couple, a fairly young couple. They were in their mid-20s maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And the girl, she was going into a fitting room, and I was just pointing to one, like, this one's free, and I wasn't really paying attention to her at all, not much, but I was like, this one's free, and just let her in. And she went in, and her boyfriend, he was just walking around the store. Again, small store, very small. And we were talking, and somehow I kind of lost focus. And then all of a sudden, me being like, I have short attention span. So all of a sudden I can just, scoop into something else. So we're talking, and all of a sudden I see a pair of legs under the door,
Mm-hmm.
for the fitting room. And I'm like, whoa, Alan, 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 I think there's a man in there. And he's like, what? What are you saying? No, there's no man in there. I would have seen if a man went into the fitting room. And I'm like, no, I'm serious. There's a man in the fitting room, because those legs, like, not one woman on earth has legs that hairy. That's a fucking gorilla. And I say these things, totally forgetting about the boyfriend in the store, totally forgetting how loud I actually talk, because I talk loudly. And Alan kept going like, no, I would know if there was one. So we were really dragging it out. And then all of a sudden I see how the person in the fitting room is trying on pants. And the person is taking off one leg first, and then the new leg on the new pant, and then one leg on the other, and then so she wasn't exposing her legs anymore. So it's obvious that she heard what I said.
Oh my God.
Yes, and I felt so bad about it, because then Alan was like, no, remember, you let her in with her boyfriend. And that's when I had the, like, shoe in my mouth, like, foot in my mouth moment, where it's like, oh my God. And all the blood disappeared from my face, went up in my face, but everything, it was just a shock moment.
Yeah.
And I realized the boyfriend is standing, like, next to us. And then I was like, Alan, I need to leave. So I rush into the staff room and hide in the stock room. And I was like, you need to tell me when she's coming back, like when she's gone, because I mean, this is just awful. And we laughed so hard. And that's even worse, though, because they're still in there, and we're laughing out of embarrassment.
You were making it even worse.
I'm crying. I can't breathe. Like, that's how bad it is. That's my reaction. So I'm hiding downstairs. Eventually, he comes down, and he says that, no, she came out, she just threw the clothes on a table and just, like, went out. Oh my God, yeah. I still have, like, and this was in 2005, so
But,
that's 19 years ago, and I still feel terrible about it.
But even if it would be a man,
yeah.
Like, why would you comment, like, these are
But
hairy like gorilla?
I was in shock. They were so hairy, it looks like leggings, when you have the sharp line.
Yeah.
And again, I am not saying that that's a bad thing. And we women, we have hair everywhere, and we are hairy creatures. We just we choose to remove it sometimes. I don't know. If you are out there, if this was you,
she's sorry. She's trying to say sorry now.
I'm still sorry 19 years later. Like, I feel bad about this. But yes, so to tip the scale there.
I mean, mine was, I had my opportunity to say sorry, because since the guy with the sweaty armpits, he was complaining to my manager, then the manager called me over and said that he wants you to say sorry in front of the entire table. Mm-hmm. And then me being proud ass and being now I would have first of all, I would never said that. First of all. Second of all, if I would have, I would have owned up to it, and I would just, like, my sincere apology, like, I would really apologize. But me back then, I was a different person to who I am now. And then he called me over, and then there was the table, long table, and every single person was sitting like that,
looking at you.
And we were standing in the like the head of the table. And he was standing in front of me. And me being kind of new at that job, I was afraid that somehow I didn't really have that much money, blah blah blah, and I was kind of in my head, I remember how I was thinking. I was thinking like, wow, now I'm gonna have to pay for his food, and I didn't have the money to pay. So I was thinking like that.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to admit that I did something wrong. That was me thinking when I was 20.
Oh, no.
And then the guy was standing like like, so what do you want to say? And everyone was looking at us, and so then I just put my hands like this, and I was like, but what? Like, your armpits are sweaty. I didn't do anything wrong. And he said, don't be fucking rude to me. And I was like, I'm not being rude. And then the manager just like dragged me like away. So I basically went, like, I could have fixed it.
Oh, but you just put another log on the fire.
I made it even worse.
Oh, no.
I made it even worse. Now I wouldn't do it. I don't know what I was thinking.
But I'm sure we all have cringy moments that we have flashbacks, like at all times. But
there is still one that I have,
Yeah.
and then it eats me alive sometimes.
Yeah.
Not this one that much. It's
No.
like, whatever.
Yeah.
I was young and stupid.
Yeah.
But let's say 7 years ago, when I already had my brain and stuff.
Oh, you had it then. Yeah, cool.
Then I had a
I
brain.
haven't noticed.
And sometimes it's actually my friend,
Yeah.
and I could text her and then be like, hey, do you remember that situation? But I never do it, but it eats me alive, and I can share it with you. Maybe she will listen. I don't remember her name though. my friend. I don't remember her name, but it doesn't matter. Shit, I don't remember the name now.
Are you friends on social media?
Yes.
Okay. Well then, you know what? Pick it up.
Doesn't matter.
Pick it up there.
Yeah.
Poor thing.
I don't remember.
Is her name Susan?
No, she's
Veronica?
she's Slovakian. I don't remember her name. It doesn't matter. I have it like on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Oh.
she has a baby, but the baby is obviously like a little boy now. He's like 5.
Yeah.
But back then he was a baby in a buggy, in a pushchair.
Yeah.
And then we were having a little wine, and then we were going back from I don't know where, back home. And I was like, oh, can I just like, can I push him? And she was like, yeah. And then we were like, she's young mom though.
Yeah.
She's like a little bit younger than me, I think.
Mhm.
We were pushing the buggy. It was night already. The baby was sleeping. And then we were like laughing, and we were just still sipping a little bit on the wine. I know. And then we were going with our friend, and he said, let's go this way. It's shorter. We were like, no, it's shorter this way. He said, do you want to have a race?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Did you drop the baby?
No, I didn't. I'm a terrible person though. And then I was like, come on, like he's gonna go that way and we're gonna go this way, we're gonna run. She said, yes, fun.
Yeah.
And then when you have those walking paths, like you have the road, and
Yeah.
then the walking path, and then you have the curb.
Yeah.
Because there is a road, then you have a curb.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and then we were going not even on the road, which was absolutely clear of cars because it was
Yes.
pretty late.
Yeah.
She's good mom. It's not, it was that one night. It's fine. And then I was pushing the pushchair, the buggy on the walking pathway. So then I was just running with the sleeping baby, like down the curb. And I thought if I'm going to go fast enough, so then I can go, like it will go back on the curb itself. And it didn't. And it didn't. And nothing happened. It's just basically the buggy went like, whoop, whoop, and it flipped. But the baby stayed in it, and then it just went back down. It's fine. And then she was like, Monica, but like, can you take it easy now? And I will never forget the look, the fear,
Yes.
the my stupidity, thinking like, oh, let's just run over the curb
Yes.
with the sleeping baby in the buggy. I'm terrible.
You're terrible, Muriel.
I know, Muriel. I feel bad, and now I feel even worse that I don't remember her name.
So, Mumsy.
I'm very sorry.
Yes.
It's still, and actually I have flashbacks of that.
Yeah, you do.
Because I'm thinking like, what could have happened? Nothing happened. The buggy was fine. The baby is fine. They're healthy.
Yeah, good. Well, you don't know that. Maybe he has brain damage.
Don't do this to me. No, don't. So I'm terrible.
Yeah.
Actually, I was going to tell you one thing as well. Here in the street, we have a guy. He's selling fish.
Well, he goes door to door and sells fish.
Yes, and he really wanted to sell the fish because I was standing upstairs and I was just looking out of the window, and then I saw the fish cart arriving.
Yeah. Oh, I've seen that car.
Yeah.
He doesn't live on your street.
Not live?
No.
Did I say live?
Yeah, here on our street.
No, he was there. And then because I think they have a little like the
like the ice cream car. Yeah. It's a fish car.
It's a fish car, you know. And I was just looking, and then I saw the guy coming to the window, and I have a fear of opening the door. Like not the fear that I'm afraid.
Yeah, but
the embarrassment.
You're like most people who like shut the curtains and be like, "We're not home now."
Exactly, and I was pretending like I'm not home.
Yeah, like when people call you from an unknown number and you don't pick up.
No, I Google the number.
Exactly, we all do.
And then the guy came, and he rang on the house. And then I was pretending like I'm not at home. I was here with my partner, by the way. We both were pretending like we are not at home. So then the guy went to another door because we got our other door. And then also it was no go because no one was there. Mm-hmm. And then the guy came around the house, through our garden, to the back door. Yeah. So then eventually my partner had to open the back door that goes just to our private garden. Just to tell him, like, dude, we don't want any fish, all right? And then we were watching the guy, and he was going around all houses, like, around them. Yeah. Almost knocking on the people's windows because he really wanted to sell the fucking fish.
Well, I mean, it's going bad. It has a time limit.
But I don't appreciate when people are not respecting the privacy at all. Like, if we don't open the door, don't try another door. We're not going to open that.
Well, maybe he thought, because I don't know, like in the rest of the world it's probably different. But in Norway, it's very common to have an apartment downstairs and then you have the main door to the main section of the house upstairs. So maybe he was just used to how normal Norwegian houses are. And, you go, of course they're not answering this door. Because the main door is upstairs in the back,
It's not our case.
Yeah.
We decided not to answer.
Yeah. He didn't know that.
He didn't know that.
So you didn't buy fish then?
We did not. Plus the fish apparently, it costs like little kilo of, what's called those scampies or prawns. Mm-hmm. It's like 300 Norwegian, maybe 7 even, sorry.
Wow, that's crazy.
Exactly. So you don't want to buy that.
It's a lot of work to get them though, isn't it?
I know, but I really don't want any fish.
No. If you wanted some, you'd buy it yourself.
And I do.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. So the fish, well, interessante. And I see that the time is running again.
Okay. Well, as it does. Because we're having so much fun.
We're having so much fun.
Oh, it's good fun.
But I would... Right. Should we cut it again?
Yeah, sure. Let's just leave it there.
Let's just leave it there. So this was another episode of our Monali Talks podcast, where you can, as usual, follow us on Instagram. Did you do the TikTok?
Yes, I did! And on YouTube. You can do it as well. Nice. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. You can find us everywhere.
Monali Talks, all one word, no dots. Nice.
Cute.
And we will see you next time.
Yeah, next time. Awesome.
Bye. Bye.